You know what's funny is I've never seen their content, but I've seen that you want some of this and you show me that, and then like the whipped cream explodes, and then I get a lot of thirst traps of that guy with the gray hair on my TikTok. I've never watched one of their videos, but that guy's thirst traps is all over my feed. Which one is that one? That's Good Mythical Morning. Wait, so who's Good Mythical Morning? As a hardworking streamer, I would never do that to y'all. Personally, I don't even think I've ever done that. Yeah, my streams are like usually 8 hours. Yeah, usually 8 hours. I don't even think I've ever had a stream under 4 hours. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a stream under 4 hours. 4 hours at the long day factor. Yeah, 4 hours at the long day factor, for real. It's really hard, guys. I don't think you would understand at all me doing this. One time he did actually walk in on me doing a hot tub stream. I did one hot tub stream on Twitch, actually 2. I was in my Streamer Awards dress. No, I was fully dressed in my Streamer Awards outfit in the hot tub, and he walked in. Just in a full denim dress in the hot tub, streaming in the middle of the day. What did he say? I think he said it wasn't the weirdest thing he's seen, so. And then the other hot tub stream I did, me and Rune were completely clothed and we did clown makeup. I said at the beginning of stream chat last night, but last night I accidentally heard my neighbors getting their windshields busted in with rocks. And I didn't know it was that. I was just like, oh, my dog must be doing something crazy. And then my neighbor texted me in the morning being like, my windshield was busted in with rocks. And I heard it all. Thank you. That was so kind of you. You have so much to say. Wow. Oh. I love you so much. I'll fight for you any day. But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later because I gotta juice it. I gotta take this few minute interaction and I gotta milk it for several hours. Oh man, it's so hard not to talk about that. Anyways, last night I made a soup, and I know that does not sound exciting to you, but it's very, that famous meme came from it where it was like, failed my driver's test today, I don't deserve flavor, and it was just like hard-boiled egg whites and like raw bread, and it's like things like, I don't know, like McDonald's fast food, and then people will be like, I jacked off to my coworker today, she doesn't love me, blah blah blah. Okay, call me crazy, but whenever I reheat soups, I like to add a little bit of water because it just kind of loses it, and then I mix it up because I like it. Watching a TikTok, and all of a sudden I hear like a, and dude, let me tell you, I started shitting my pants. I immediately open up my security cameras because let me tell you, this place is like motherfucking Fort Knox, and I don't see anything. I'm not getting any notifications, and I'm like, okay. So I'm like sitting there again, and I just hear, and I'm like, oh, this is like really weird. Again, I'm actively looking at my security system. I see nothing. How old are you? You look 55. Thank you, because I'm 65. You're so nice. Anyway, so I look at my security system. It's not there. I get up out of bed, and the dog, like Frankie was not in the bedroom. So I go and get Frankie. I'm like, she must have just, dude smashed a rock into both of their cars, like back windshields. Just was walking down the street and went boom, boom. And I fucking heard it all last night. I heard it all. But like, obviously my neighbors texted me and they were like, do you have any security cam footage? And I was like, I'm a respectful person. My security cams aren't on your house. But I was like, what the actual fuck? And you know what's so nice is that none of my cars were in that vicinity. So fucking lucky. Even luckier that Sear left earlier that night. I feel like such an asshole that I heard it all and I didn't trust my instincts at all. I was like, tee-hee, it must be my dog. But like, what was I gonna do? Like, even if I went outside to go look at the noise, like, there's a dude with a rock. There's a dude with a rock. No, this is my, this feels like peak. Maybe I need to start a journal because I have such bad memory. And I feel like I'm gonna be like 80 years old and they'll be like, I mean, I don't want kids, but let's just say, you know, grandma, like, what did you do back in 2025? And I'll just be like, I don't know. I showed some puss, and that's about it. You want to see kids? I need to write down the other things. Guys, Frankie and Juno, they get a D-shed, and the D-shed is like $50 per dog. Nails trim, like the ears clean, blah, 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 blah. $500. Yeah, so they haven't been getting haircuts as much recently. I'm just doing it now when the seasons change. I'm trying to bathe more. Yes. Oh, they started tacking on a specific golden retriever fee. There is now a golden retriever fee, which is $75 per dog. In chat earlier being like, don't talk about it. And then you have like legal things, blah, 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 the fight. There was no physical fight. There was no physical fight. It was a small verbal altercation, but I'm going to milk it because it was about Juno. And that really pisses me off when bitches be speaking on my dog. This one, the Game Boy. What? It's only 421 pieces. Oh. Hello. Do you think doing that magically gets you food? You're already fat. One too many. Dude, they totally added one extra piece to avoid that. Yeah, we can totally do this in one stream. That breaks my heart. So I'm curious though, on the back here, there are pictures of game cartridges. And then we all drank tequila and I left my shells there. I left my prized possession there. And you know, I can't blame them. A worker just saw a cup of shells and went, boom, and then it stormed that night. So I go back in the morning. I'm like going through all stages of grief already at breakfast. And lo and behold, yep, a lot of my shells were completely crushed, which was devastating. But we did manage to, what is that? Okay. Did manage to save some, but that's pretty much all I did. I sat, here's a good picture of Sear that I took that I'm willing to share. I don't know if he wants me to share, but I don't care. There was a full rainbow after the storm. And so here's Sear doing a suck it underneath the rainbow. I don't know if you can see it. Fuck. Man. Here, let me turn on my brightness a bit. Yeah, so there's Sear doing a suck it underneath a full rainbow. Yeah, two. My favorite picture of the weekend, though, is this picture of Rune with goggles on, running out of the water as I yelled at her to stop because I wanted a picture of her. We made this into a sticker, and it has been our group chat's main sticker. What is this? We had dinner one night where we were talking about Yishi, Sear's Chihuahua, and talking about how fat he is. And I think it was Ryan proceeded to edit this picture of Yishi. It's just John, guys. Chill out. It's literally just John in chat. Ryan edited this picture of Yishi, and we have saved this picture and made it into a sticker, and we call it BB. I can't explain to you, to me, that was the funniest thing in the fucking world for our trip. That was what sealed the deal. It was very good. Very, very good. Had a fun time. I will say there is a part of this resort that has a nudist beach. I do not go to the nudist beach. You have to pay extra to go into the nudist beach. And there's like bars at the nudist beach. And personally, I have seen into it once. And there are women fully sitting on bar stools at the bar naked. I feel so bad for the people who have to like clean up the snail trail on those bar stools. I digress. That's the reason why I don't go over there. So it's not that surprising that there are swingers. There's not that surprising. But so this guy is talking to us, and all of a sudden I'm dragged in this conversation. So this guy is talking to us, and all of a sudden I'm dragged in this conversation. And then I guess he asked one of us for like a smoke. So we all walk over to the beach, and this dude, I think Sierra was like, he has to be, he was not just drunk. We think that he was like he was probably skiing. He was probably skiing. I don't know. Never skied before. I've only snowboarded, but yeah, I think he was skiing. Anyways, he's yapping at me and yapping at me and yapping at me, and I can't remember how this conversation started. He starts talking to me, and blah, 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 blah. He goes, I'm a member. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I'm a member too. Like, I've been to this resort a lot. He's like, yeah, I've been here 5 times. And he goes, he's like, what's your membership? And I go, oh, I'm Diamond Elite. And him and his wife were like, are you a Nepo baby? And I was like, what? I was like, excuse me? I was like, no, I'm not a Nepo baby. Mind you, they were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. That's like $100,000. It was not $100,000. It was not at all. Hell fucking no. If I was spending $100,000 on a timeshare, I would not be there talking to you. That is for sure. But I was like, you know what? If somebody wants to think that I spent $100,000 on something, go ahead. So they're like, oh, but your dad bought it for you. Nope. No. Oh man, like my wife is like just so fucking hot. Like I just want to do it so bad. Like I like you make good money from that. Like how much money do you make? And this dude was like going on a mile a minute that I was just like, I was like staring at him and I was like waiting for him to end his sentence. He's like, yeah, I just got to get my wife to do it. And I was like, oh well, yeah, it's like a lot. It's a lot. I was like, yeah, you should probably like, if you guys are really interested, I literally gave a genuine piece of advice and that should have been like I shouldn't have done that. I was like, well, if you guys are really interested in doing it, you guys should start doing other social media first. Like hitting out the gates, like running with that is like really, really hard. I wouldn't suggest that. And he literally, Sear said that this was his vocal stim of the night. He goes, well, that's really rude of you to say that. That's really rude. Like blah, blah, blah. Like you should not be, he literally said, that's really rude of you. And I was like, and then I tell him, I'm like, oh, well, I've just been doing this for like almost 10 years. Like technically I have been doing this for 10 years. I was like, that's what I would just suggest. And he's like, but no. My wife is like really hot. And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of hot girls on that website. There's a lot of, and he's like, I'm not saying that you're not hot. I mean, like, you're hot, but like, if you can do it, my wife can do it. He's like, I'm not saying that you're not hot. I mean, like, look at you. And I'm like, okay. And I'm at this point of annoyance because like this conversation went on longer than I cared to tell y'all because it was just repetitive and annoying. But he kept on being like, come on, like, tell me how much money you make. Like, tell me this. And I'd be like, no, I was like, that's really weird to like talk numbers like that, like blah, blah, blah. Like I already got freaked out by you calling me a Nepo baby. Hey, so this is my job. Like, I don't know, like I really just don't feel like telling you about how to do my job. And I'm telling you genuine advice on how I would tell somebody to get into my job if you really so choose to. And you're just telling me I'm rude. And he goes, well, can you consult my wife? Can I get your phone number and can you consult my wife? And I was like, no, I don't do that. Frankie, you're hydrated. We know that. Sorry, she's outside drinking pool water and then she runs in here and she drinks more water. And I go, I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. And he goes, that's really rude of you. Like, why are you like gatekeeping it? And I'm like, I just told him, I was like, because I have done my time. I've done my time. Like, dude, this is my fucking job. Like, this would be like me if I was getting excited that you worked in a fucking cubicle. I mean, his wife could hear. They were 100% swingers because they were trying to clock all of us. Like, who's dating who? Who's single? This would be like me if I was getting excited that you worked in a fucking cubicle. I mean, his wife could hear. They were 100% swingers because they were trying to clock all of us. Like, who's dating who? Who's single? Like, who's available? Blah, 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 blah. They were really into Ryan. And I was like, okay. So this dude proceeds to keep on telling me I'm rude. And then they ask for information. I do not give out my information. And then he calls me rude again. Okay. Whatever. Leave. That conversation went on way more than I care to admit. But what's embarrassing is when people come up and record you and they can't hear the music. So you are just screaming lyrics, but you're not a singer. And you're just going, There is a video of Ryan at the silent disco. What noises I am about to make, I am not exaggerating. I am not kidding. These are genuine noises. In the dead silence, you just see everybody dancing silently, and you hear Ryan. Ryan does this whenever they're drunk and they don't know the lyrics. They just start going. So you see me dancing, and it's Ryan making that fucking noise. That is not an exaggeration. Honestly, that was probably being very light on it. That was probably me being very, very kind to the noises that Ryan was making in that video. Maybe if Ryan streams anytime soon. Yay! I'm dancing next to this guy. Like, we are not touching. And he's not even looking at me. Like, he is just locked in the zone. And he's just like, so I'm just dancing near this old guy. There are feet between us, many feet. I would say like 5 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. And that is it. Nothing happens. I'm like, cool, fun. So then Wake and Seer go back to the hotel room to stream more. So I go join them, and all my friends go out to the bar. This old man proceeds to walk up to my friends and go, "Where's your friend in the blue dress?" They're like, "Oh, she went back to her room." And they're like, and he was like, "She was just so sexy." What, Farron, what did he fucking say? Like, I was making all the young men like crazier? So yeah. My friends proceed to tell me that this guy would not leave them alone for the rest of the night. That like he is trying to probably relive his youth between my friends. And like, they are just annoyed. They are just fucking annoyed. So by the end of the night, they are trying to block this guy physically from, to which our friend and I screamed, "Ew." Yes, so whenever he said those comments, Farron and another one of my friends verbally went, "Ew." Because it was like, obviously they knew that I was dancing with him at the silent disco because I just saw a dude vibing. And I was not expecting those comments because I didn't even lock eyes with this old man. There was no eye contact. This dude was in his own zone. So, disco. And I'm like, oh. And he's like, and mind you guys, here's the problem. Here's the issue with what I'm about to say. His wife was feet away from me. So it's him, and now this man has a wife. This man is married. This man is fucking married. And he goes, I'm so sorry. I saw your friends. And he starts slapping himself. He goes, and I called you super sexy. And he slaps himself and he goes, I shouldn't have done that. That was so dumb of me. And I was like, I didn't know what to do because I just processed that this was this guy. I'm processing that his wife is right here. It was so weird. It was so weird. At least he apologized. Oh, we're not done with the story. Are we done with the story? We're not done with the story. Hello. Did you guys just see that? Oh, we're coming up on the other side. Come here. What do you want? Hang on. Break. One break. Oh. She's so clean right now. My sweetest girl. You are just the best. Oh. Do you guys ever think about your dogs dying and then you start crying years in advance? Because I feel that right now. I'm okay. Tonight, everybody was there. Everybody was just annoyed with this old fucking man. And at one point, this old man, so we are like trying to tell him like, hey, not tonight. Like, we're blocking his path to our group of girls that are talking. And at one point, this old man brings Seer to the side, and I can't remember what Seer said that he said. Seer could probably, but he was like, oh, he wanted to shake him and another one of my friends' hands because he was like, of course they respect the guys who are with the girls. Like, congratulations, like you're around pretty women. And Seer, whenever he's approached by crazy people, he's just like, he blacks out. He just like completely ignores what's happening. He's just like, okay. And he just gets out of that situation as soon as possible.